Hey guys, welcome to my channel. So I know it's been about 2 months since I've filmed for you, but I just wanted to give you a houseplant update. It's the summer currently. There's been a lot of growth on my plants and I'm really excited to show you that some of my plants are blooming, some of my Hoyas and other plants. And there's been a lot of growth just on everything pretty much. Everything's done pretty well. I think there was one plant that had spider mite, so I had to chuck it. It was my Stromanthe Triostar, I believe that's what it's called. I had to throw that out because I didn't want it to spread and the infestation was pretty bad. But anyway, most of my plants are doing well. So to start, this is my Monstera, my Variegated Monstera, and these 3 leaves are new this summer. They're actually a lot larger than the leaves on the bottom, the older leaves. I'm not really sure why they've grown so much larger compared to the bottom ones, but I'm really happy with its growth. I'm thinking I'm gonna propagate it sometime soon. And I really love the color of the variegation on the leaves. It's just really beautiful. And I'm really happy they're not super white because a lot of the white on variegated monsteras will become brown since there's no chlorophyll. And this guy just looks super happy since he's a nice mixture of green and white. So I just had to switch up the angle a bit to show you my Hoya Bella that's in bloom. It's really pretty. Let me give you a closer look of the flowers. So this is a really easy Hoya to bloom as long as you give it the correct amount of light. And I let it dry out in between waterings. The blooms have a really nice scent. It's really mild. It's like a floral scent. And I haven't noticed any like nectar dripping from the flowers. And this Hoya is a very easy bloomer, so I recommend it if you are a fan of Hoya flowers. I don't know why you wouldn't be. They're just so cute and they really do look like candy or wax. It is known as a wax plant, but it's just absolutely beautiful. I also wanted to show you what the leaves look like. They are really small. It's like a pendant type of Hoya, so it does like to drape from like a hanging pot or a shelf. I don't think they would really trellis that well. So they really do prefer hanging, but they're really beautiful. This has grown a lot since I got it. My friend Kim, who is an absolute sweetheart, she bought this for me from Mahoney's near Boston. So thanks, Kim. You are so nice for picking this up for me. My Hoya Mathide is also doing really well. It actually is going to be in bloom really soon. It's going to have three of its peduncles are producing little buds. So there's 2 right there. So here's what the Hoya blooms look like before they open. They just look like little stars. They're really adorable. And this is the 3rd peduncle that has little buds on it. So I'm really excited for these flowers to open, and let me know in the comments down below if you want me to film that when they open up. So my Hoya Carnosa Crimson Queen has grown a lot this summer. You can see it's pretty much covering the trellis and it just looks absolutely beautiful. I really hope it will bloom for me. I've had this plant for about 2 years and it's never bloomed. So cross your fingers that I'll get some blooms. They're really cute and pink when it does go into bloom. All right, so now we're gonna move into the dining room. There's been a lot of growth on all of these plants. As you can see, everything's really long. That's my Philodendron Brazil. It actually was hitting the floor at one point, so I had to trim it back because I like it when it's not hitting the floor. All of my Hoyas are doing really well. Even my variegated Hindu rope has grown a lot and it's super long. There's also some peduncles on my Hoya Neo Ebudicea, and these have not opened yet, but they're doing really well. There's one there. There are also 2 peduncles that have little buds right here and here. My Pilea has kind of created this really neat shape. I like how he bends like that. A lot of people like to turn their Pilea to make them grow up completely straight, but I actually really like when they're a little bit wonky like this. I think they look really cool when they get all bent and stuff. So this is definitely really beautiful, I think, with that shape, like the stem when it bends like that. I think it's pretty cool. There's been a lot of growth on my string of bananas. This also grew so long that it hit the floor. It's almost hitting the floor right now, and I've had to cut it back a few times. And it seems really happy. It's just sitting across from a southern window right here. That's southern light, and it's about a few feet back from the window. And I really wanted to show you this plant. So this is my Epischia Pink Panther, and it's currently in bloom, and it's absolutely beautiful. I ordered this from Steve's Leaves, and I didn't know if it was gonna do well in my care. The one thing I'll tell you if you order this plant is don't get water on the leaves because it will cause them to burn. So you just have to make sure that you're just thoroughly watering the soil every time the plant gets dry. The soil gets dry. I love the look of the pink blooms in contrast with the leaves. I think it's just so cute. And I think this is native to like Puerto Rico. I believe it's like a ground cover, but it does really well as a house plant, and it's getting that bright indirect light all day. It is across from a southern window, but there's no direct sun hitting the leaves. I also wanted to show you that I'm propagating my Variegated Monsteras in different mediums. So I'm probably going to switch them all to sphagnum moss. One of my friends on Instagram, Plant Daddy, he told me that he grows his in wet sphagnum. And then I do have my other propagation in water, but I probably am going to switch it over to sphagnum moss just to experiment. I heard they grow pretty fast using that method, the roots do. So if you want to see me do that on camera, just let me know, and I might do that with my other Variegated Monstera. I might film myself switching this guy to sphagnum moss, so just let me know. I also just wanted to quickly update you on my Constellation Monstera. This is the newest leaf, which is just so beautiful. I love the variegation. Unfortunately, one of my leaves on the white part continued to get more brown over time, so I did cut that piece off. And there is a little bit of browning on this guy as well at the top, but I know that is common since there's no chlorophyll in the plant. But I'm really hoping that that doesn't continue. It might, because I mean the other guy looked similar to this, and it was like all white, and then it just started to brown and it just spread and started to die off. But there actually is new growth right there, so that's one of the new leaves. I'm really excited to see that unfurl. And I just wanted to show you, this is one of my other Variegated Monsteras that is browning. It just continues to spread, and I really don't know if there's a way to prevent that. This guy is also browning, so it is really sad when this happens and frustrating. And that's actually why I did take those propagations of the Variegated Monstera. The propagations I showed you a minute ago, they came from this guy, and I cut from him because I just want to try to save the plant. I know this is normal, but what can you do? So let me know if you guys have an explanation for why it starts to brown besides not having chlorophyll, and if that's possible to prevent it. But yeah, anyway guys, thank you so much for watching my plant update. I'm thinking of also filming an outdoor plant tour. Thanks again for sticking with me when I took my little break. I just really was not feeling inspired, and I'm working more at my full-time job, so it's just hard to find time for this as well because I do work on social media full-time. So I just try to take breaks as much as I can and be outside with my dogs and see my friends, but I do really love my channel, and I really hope to continue to film more for everyone. So I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.